We joined EXP in 2019, and it was the best decision that we made that year. If you have questions on what it's like to be at this brokerage, reach out to us. Happy to chat. Let's get to the content. Welcome to The Solution, a real estate podcast where we strive to talk to realtors about putting the consumer first in their business. Jeff Sibbach and
Phil Sexton
and myself, Phil Sexton, we come on air. We have a live studio audience via Zoom, and we talk about the topics of the day. We run a real estate team based out of the Phoenix, Arizona real estate market. Last year, we had our official numbers. They came in at what we're calling our best year ever.
Well, because it was
546 transactions
for 276 million. So
good job, Jeff.
Well done.
Good job. Good year. Good year. Good year.
Phil had a good year. How many houses did you sell?
I am more on the operations and marketing side. So, you mean how many of the leads that I generated in bond houses? I think 236.
Okay.
Less than that.
Yes.
All right. So
236.
Is it? What did I say?
That was what the Sibbach lead count was.
Oh, total Sibbach lead count. So
Yeah.
our team is structured a little different, but that's not today's topic.
Okay.
Today's topic is how do you double your listings in 2021? And the reason why that's today's topic this Thursday is because in our team meeting on Tuesday, where we have agents on our team, we host our team meetings at the Scottsdale Association of Realtors. They've got a room we can rent out there. They come in person. They also attend via Zoom. And we talk to them about the topics of what we're focused on here, right? So what do we do to help build, grow, increase, improve our business, our profitability? And then we share that with all of the agents on our team so that they can do that as well. And then we like to come on air with you guys and share it here as well. So let's get after it.
Awesome.
Double your listings 2021.
Right.
So it's so easy to say.
Yeah. No, I mean, to me, I like to, I want to go back to the source, because what we're going to do is, I mean, do we just list the steps and then we just let them go? And
Is that it? 5 minutes? That's it?
Yeah.
No, you're a storyteller.
I know.
It takes you
I know.
longer than that.
Okay. So the step one is to develop a CMA, and we're going to go through what
Actually, if you didn't listen to what your CMA, what your pre-listing package should look like, we have a previous episode where we dove into what their pre-listing package should look like. Did any of the listeners hear that one? Carlos is raising his hand. Thank you. Right,
Carlos, can you show us your CMA?
No.
Yes. Well, do you know that?
Hold on.
So the whole idea
I still haven't built one.
This stuff is to get you to do it.
Yeah, I haven't built one because I'm in a transition point, I guess.
Okay, time out.
Rule of eight.
Time out.
Rule of eight.
Time out. Before the show, we were having fun with the studio audience, right? So the people on the podcast didn't hear this, but basically Carlos has invited his friend Steven to come and listen to us because he says what we share is great. But then when we go live and we call Carlos out, he says, although I don't execute what they share.
Okay.
Come on, Carlos. Steven, don't be like Carlos, man.
Don't worry, man. I'm gonna whoop him into shape.
Attaboy.
Okay.
Attaboy.
Well, I mean, to me, only because
welcome, Dave.
I want to help out, because I feel like when we speak on stage, that lots of people are like Carlos. I want to give you helpful tips to get past the creating the CMA. Because I mean, how many times have we asked people to produce it, and how many times have they produced something that we thought was legit?
Yes, you're right. So just for clarification purposes, when we say CMA, we're talking about a few marketing pages that describe how good we are.
Okay, right. But
because it's not comps.
Okay, right.
And that's a misnomer.
Well, the other thing is the CMA, what we call the CMA one, is the what we prefer is a folder with a few pages of marketing stuff in them. But hold on a second. But it came from the idea that when I used to go to classes, when people would promote how to get more listings, they would say there was a pre-listing package. And that originally it included comps, but now since they put comps on Zillow and Redfin and everybody gives you a price, you don't need to put comps in your CMA. It's really just an info packet. And to even make it simpler, that info packet, to me, when we joined Realty One, we just went to, because that's where we were before EXP, utilize the brokerage stuff sometimes, to me, because you only need about 5 total documents.
Mm-hmm.
And then, but 3 of them we took originally from Realty One Group because they produced them, whether you're with Remax or you're with Keller Williams.
EXP. I think, Carlos, are you EXP?
No, I'm Remax, but here's where I'm getting at. So my CMA, I was standard like everybody, you know, comps and all that other junk. And then I heard that your CMA, and I was like totally off. So I trashed it, and I haven't even started because.
No, that's what I'm trying to piece you together what do they call that? A makeshift CMA to hold, to use until you come up with a good one, because it's more powerful for you to drop it off and it suck than it is to not deliver anything. Like, to me,
Boy, stop that. Re-say that.
it's more
makes
more
sense.
powerful for you to get folders, 50 or 100 of them, and send it, even if it sucks, because that's where 75% of the power of the CMA comes, because it's designed after Purple Cow, right? Like, because 99.9% of agents do not drop a physical thing off, and we want it to be something they're going to keep, so we put it in a folder. But the idea of what I call rule of 8 is that's being able to get it out the door, to produce something, is because people get too caught on the contents of the information packet when it's really just a few stats about, like, to me, you know, you could use three printouts from Remax. I'm sure they got something with balloons on it. They got, you know, something that their average agent sell more houses than everybody else, but I'm sure in the Remax market flow. And then you just need one page, which is you and some pictures from your Facebook page, like whatever, you and the family, you and your dog, you of you at the park. That's number 3. And then so then really for your CMA, the only requirement for you as an individual agent is one that talks about what you do to market houses. Just like, you do a sign, you do open houses, you do IDX, picture of Zillow, Trulia, you talk about, photography, drone photography, whatever you do in your marketing. So you only have to create 1 page of the 5 pages because you stole 3 from your broker. Not stole, they give them to you.
Yeah.
I don't want to,
Yeah.
Sometimes I say words that I don't mean.
Yep.
You use the marketing that your broker gave you, the 3 ones that show that you're elite at some level, and then that's your CMA until you can fix it. Let's say drop off 100 of those and then invest some time in your CMA once you can get 100 of those out the door. Any questions out there?
The space bar will
John, I feel it. Go ahead.
Nobody's talked. Okay, so here's the thing. So there's another reason why I haven't gotten on it, and I totally want to do something that you guys are doing. But that mentor that I talked about in Laredo, Texas, he's opening an office here, and I'm going to be his first agent. And Steven's coming with me.
Awesome.
Okay.
All right.
And he's small, like almost no resources. I'm going to have to create everything from scratch.
So then,
why would you do that to yourself?
Yeah, I'm not going to question the value that he's for what you're getting in that relationship. If you are,
because it's
I don't want to know.
I'll tell you what, if you join the EXP with us, we'll give you our CMA, and now you'll be 1 step ahead. Right?
Did you just fast forward to how you double your listings in 2021? No, let me, I'm going to break it down. What you just said, I'm going to say it again.
Okay.
Spend $500 to get folders, guys. When we buy 1,000 folders, they're $1 a piece. It's $1,000. We buy 1,000 at a time. Spend $250. Like, buy 100. And when I don't mean just like the old school folder. I'm talking about get your logo, get your name, get your URL and your phone number printed on a folder that is similar to your colors. Get a branded folder. Like, go for it. That is a great expense. Jeff is going to get one right now so that you can see what ours looks like. We just rinse and repeat that whenever we run out. It turns out to be $1 a piece when you do 1,000 at a time. Use your brokerage stats. There. Oh, here comes the folder. For those that are in the public Zoom room, you can see our folder looks nothing like our website. Like, don't overthink it. This is just It's got the colors that are similar to the colors we have on our sign. It's got a little bit of stats about who we are, but it's just custom. That's it.
These are your brag stats down here. That's it. Other than that, it's really, there's a brag stat in the front, right? #1 team in Maricopa County, a link to our website, what social media you can find us on, and our broker name. Okay. But that's the folder. This is the key piece, which is weird because you think it's the content, but if you look good in the folder, then
dude, you get anybody else judge a book by its cover? Yeah, like the whole world, right? And to the fact that that's a saying because people do it all the time. When you're when that folder looks good right out of the gate and it shows up on their doorstep 24 hours after a conversation you've had with them about real estate, it helps you. Adam, will you switch that screen back to what it was? All right, so the next piece, he said, use your broker stats, but more specifically, go to your MLS and pull up a map of where your brokerage has sold houses on that map that's around where you're looking for seller leads. Okay. And so if your brokerage is Remax or EXP or wherever, and you can say, it looks local because they recognize the map being where they live. And then they've got a lot of dots that are around it that might not be your dots. It might be your brokerage's dots, and that's okay. Okay. Map brokerage. That's one of the pieces that I would include in it. He talked about the stats because we used to use when we were with Realty One Group, they had a stat that said number 7 in the nation. And they had this nice graphic of the country. And we just basically cut, paste onto ours so that we could overcome whatever objections that people might have had about Realty One Group. The next thing that you want to have included in there is a graphic, a big graphic, a graphic that has 5 gold stars next to each other. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right next to each other. Okay. Use that with reviews, but you need to be, my guess is you have a 5-star review.
Carlos, how many 5-star reviews you got?
All 5.
All 5 are 5-star reviews. Wonderful. Carlos, you got a sold sign that you put on have you ever had a listing, Carlos?
One.
Did it
Sold
sell?
it. Yes.
Nice.
100%. I sell 100% of my houses.
That's a market.
So it's sold in 30 days.
In 13 days, yes.
13 days, perfect.
Is the sign still up, or was that a sale that happened many moons ago?
It happened in February. No.
All right. Find a friend who has a post in a yard that he's cool if you go over and hang your sign on that post with a sold writer underneath it.
Selfie.
Take a picture of yourself next to that sold sign, then put his sign back on the post. Add that picture of you to the cover page of your CMA.
Hey, Carlos, you can do it. You can do it Saturday when we go and do the open house.
Nice.
Yes,
Look at this.
awesome.
Next, have a business card that is a similar look or feel or name as the folder. Have a business card that is that similar brand. Next, what Jeff talked about is the marketing list. Like, what do? I put up a sign, it goes syndication, it goes on Zillow. Have that sheet, right? Maybe you have had a listing on Zillow and you can see the stats of how many views it got when it was on Zillow. Take a picture of that. We're looking for graphical images. Take a picture of that graph to show how popular your listings are and put it next to the words on your marketing sheet. Next, the lifestyle photos.
Average days on market, 13 days. Like, how do you not love that guy?
Yes. And then last but not least, when we are delivering a CMA, I don't need a custom card. I feel like people get hung up on thank you cards. Like they need to have a custom branded thank you card. I'm like, no, dude, get a piece of paper out of your printer that hasn't been printed on yet. Put it in the folder, take a pen.
We do sticky notes.
And write, hey, Carlos. Great chatting with you, or thank you for emailing me from my website, or appreciate you walking into my open house. Here's a little bit more information about me and the company. Happy to have a conversation with you when you're ready to make a move. Done. If you can't have that done, Carlos, by the end of the week, then you're doing something wrong.
And the good news is you can re-listen. We'll get to a commercial in a minute, but I just wanted to wrap up the reason why we spent the time reiterating that, because we know what people struggle about getting their CMA, but the CMA is critical. It's the first step of doubling your listings, okay? And that means not just having it, but it's delivering it,
Yeah.
right? Because step 2 is Step 1 is make sure you got a CMA. Step 2 is talk to more people, right? Talk open houses, your friends and family, anyone about if you talk to somebody and they're
and the word real estate
comes up
is in the conversation. Like then when they say, oh, I have no interest in doing anything with real estate. Oh, real estate.
Yes.
Keyword.
Right. If they mention real estate in any way on their own, how's real estate? I'm not.
Or my friend was buying a house. Maybe buying a house is another key phrase.
Sure.
Like my
Or
friend was buying a house, or my neighbor
it-
was buying a house. Something that comes up where they know somebody that's going to transact.
Let's go, for instance, anybody that walks into an open house,
No question.
you're gonna. I guess the part of it is you're gonna look. Step 3 is look them up in your tax record system. So you got to make sure that you work on your little scripts that you can identify that
Where
you
they
know their
live.
name and where they live. And usually it's do you live in the neighborhood is usually my word to get to find out where they live. And then we look them up. What?
I think, in this industry, has anybody heard the idea of raise the bar? Has anybody heard that phrase before in this industry? If you've been in the industry for longer than 4 days, actually, the school at the Scottsdale Association of Realtors is called Raise the Bar. All right, let's take a quick commercial, then we'll be right back to finish this concept. Okay, welcome back, guys. Didn't you appreciate that quick commercial
awesome.
break? That
Yeah.
is so fast in person. It's amazing. But raise the bar is a very popular concept in our industry. And when we get on stage and we talk about these CMA packets and delivering the CMA packets, the concept that we want to make sure we get out is that you need to lower the bar. Lower your bar, lower your threshold of when you think you should deliver one of these.
Wow.
It needs to go to more people than you think, than organically we believe. It has to go to more people. Lower your expectations on what you think needs to happen before you think it's appropriate to deliver this.
All
What's
right.
y'all's take on expireds doing that?
What?
What's y'all's take on doing that for expireds?
I mean,
to me,
we don't have those
what
here.
state are you in?
I'm just kidding.
It's me, Carlos, Texas.
Oh, if you're, do you have low inventory?
Yeah.
To me, expired and cancel chasing is a way to end up not in real estate personally. So I don't recommend doing it for.
Let me say it a different way. We did it and we didn't have good results. It was expensive.
Because the problem is everybody chases those. So it's not purple cow to chase expires and cancels. Like everybody, don't get me wrong. If you want to listen to Tom Ferry or Julie and Tim Harris or any of these coaches, that's the only strategy they have. And it's not a strategy we ever use or ever suggest. So we'll move on.
Yeah.
All right. So to me, I wanted you to drop it off to your friends and family. I want you to drop it off to your open house visitors. I want you to drop it off the CMA to your web visitors, the people that register to your website. Like these are the people that should be getting CMAs. And the thing is if you look up them in the tax record, because that's step 3. Number 1 was have a CMA. Number 2 is talk to somebody about real estate. Number 3 is look them up to see if they own a house. As long as that house isn't listed, they should get a CMA, right? So the next one, step 4 is drop off the CMA. And then step 5 is track the fact that you dropped off that CMA. And
this is all about how we get more conversations going with clients, right? This is how do we get to the table more? How can we have an additional conversation or get invited in? And so then once you get invited in, sometimes they lose, Jeff.
You're going to lose. This is why you got to drop off lots of CMAs, right? Like each month, your goal should be, for me in 2012 or 2013, I wanted to drop off 30 CMAs a month, right? From my open houses to my sphere. Anytime I had a conversation, my goal was.
And that year we had 188 appointments?
187.
And we listed how many?
55 houses. But the thing is we Russell Shaw count appointments, meaning that because sometimes in luxury houses you have to go, sometimes they ask you back, or if you go a third time, because when we were pitching the stager.
My point is our winning percentage now, your winning percentage now is much better than 187 to 55.
Because I lost a lot. Yes.
But how did we get here? Is you went in and you lost a lot. You've got to go in and lose a lot.
The reason why you're not doubling your listings right now is you're not doing something to identify the true seller leads that are out there, because you're passing them off as simple conversations. You're not taking it seriously. And the reality is because you don't take it seriously, the prospect doesn't take you seriously. Dropping off the CMA, an organized packet of information to them, identifies that you took the conversation seriously and that you want to earn their business. And because people in today's world do not tell you, I want to sell my house. Those words do not come out until the day they're ready to list. Every day before that, they're like, well, I'm not interested in selling. I don't want to move. I don't want to. Yes, we know those are all true. But if you're out looking at houses, if you're on the web looking at houses, you're going to move in a 2-year period of time, and you're trying to get something in front of them that says, that announces, here's your sign. You ever hear that guy talk from
Usually there was a drink in his hand.
yes, right? From Jeff Foxworthy, here's your sign, right? So drop it off, and then I'll maybe follow up with that person, and you will double your listings in 2022
And 21.
and 21.
There's a comment. I know you got to run, so
Are you going to stay
run.
or
No, I'm out. But
Okay.
I'm gonna run through this point, and that is how you articulate what you charge and what value you bring for that. Also affects how many appointments you are going to turn into listings. So just know that those two variables that are up to you, one of them seems to be easier for new agents to adjust than the other. Sometimes new agents use words when they articulate their value, they aren't using words that matter to sellers.
Right.
But yet we feel like there's a lot of agents that get locked into the righteous feeling that this is what I should be, this is what I should charge. And just know that a lot of us, I don't know, agents on our team, agents in our brokerage, whatever, we can charge, we get to decide what we charge for those clients.
Oh.
So just make sure that you're paying attention to lose a lot, do what you got to do to get the experience.
All right. And to say it
More blunt?
more bluntly is that you need the way that you get more listings is you need to list more houses. And the reason why you're losing may be that you're trying to get full commission
Or whatever
every
that
time.
may be.
Right. And that the reality is when it's low supply, there's commission compression. And that means that
It's harder when it's easy to sell a listing, it's hard to get a listing.
right.
When it's hard to get a listing, it's easy to sell a listing.
And to me, it's better to, to me, you don't really learn how to get more listings until you've listed 100 houses. So you got to figure out how I'm going to get and list 100 houses as fast as I can.
Awesome.
Right. Because
So let's go Jeff Bezos.
I was going Jeff Bezos.
All right,
All
good,
right.
go.
So we like to listen to the smartest man in the world. I'm going to go with Jeff Bezos as my vote for the smartest man because he happens to have the most money. It'd be hard to argue that he's not a bright guy. Started Amazon, decently run company, I heard. Okay. He said that he thinks 3 to 5 years out. And that's the way you need to think with your real estate career in 2021 is you got to find how to get more deals and not think of what I'm going to make this year, but think of it in 3 to 5 years. And I promise you, if you follow what we teach, you will quadruple your business and you'll be able to charge more commissions in the future. But usually to get started, you need experience. You need to be listing houses no matter what you can take them from. Right.
Person, actually, let's do one more example. The person in our industry that lists the most houses
lists them for free.
lists them for free.
Yeah. She's with Keller Williams. It's because she gets paid by the builder, but she's not charging anything. No wonder why she listed 400 and some houses last year is because she did not have to charge the seller anything.
Because she got it on the other side.
Right.
So
she listed the most. Yes.
So she does twice as many it takes her twice as many transactions to earn what quote unquote traditional commissions are, right? Because she gets half on a traditional transaction.
Right. But she's killing it. So
yeah.
Anyway, I gotta go. Sorry, it was a short one today. Thank you for all your newcomers. Please reach out to us if you got any questions. We'd love to hear from you.
Happy New Year. I'll stay. You get out of here.
Right,
Any questions you guys have, happy to. I don't want to abruptly end it.
I got a quick question.
Yes.
So I'm about to make a listing live here in a couple hours or maybe this evening, and I'm going to do a quick video. And what would be one or two things that I could say in my video to help me double my listings this year? It'd be a Facebook video.
So the first question that's going through my mind is, can a Facebook video from you help you double your listings this year? I guess it can.
No, but hey, if you're looking for a house in this neighborhood, I got one coming, because then reach out to me. Here's my phone number. Shoot me a text. So then you can at least start a conversation with them, so you can look them up.
Yeah.
So, like, because the thing is because the environment we're in is a buy first environment, because that was David Marsh talking.
Yes.
Right. So they're actually looking to buy and they don't have their houses listed.
All right.
I think you could say, hey, I'll tell you what, if you buy my house, I'll list your house.
Good, go.
Anyway.
Thanks, Jeff.
Goodbye. Finish.
By default, us as real estate agents feel that when we do those listing videos, we've got to say everything about the house. This house is this many bedrooms, it's this many bathrooms, this is the address, this is the price, this is the pool, this is the garage, this is the style. And that hurts us, right? David, I think for you, you might want to say, hey, if I'm going live on a Facebook video right now, my listing that's not yet live on the MLS, I would say, hey guys, I don't know if you saw them this morning, but there was 5,896 homes available for sale in the Phoenix metropolitan marketplace. The average number of homes for sale for this millennium is 28,516. If we quadrupled the number of listings of what we currently have, we would still be below average. If you have had any trouble finding a house for yourself or for anybody, if you've heard your friends that said they're having trouble finding a house, I got this one right here that is going to be going live tomorrow. I've got another one that's coming live that I'm talking to the seller right now. Let me know what you guys have questions on. Check out that backyard. That is sweet. David Marsh, DXP Realty.
I like that.
Cool. Like, don't think that you gotta. And today I'm at 11211 North Tatum Boulevard, and it's 4,676 square feet. We're going to list it at $900,000. Come on inside. Let me show you around.
Everyone does that. And
yes,
you got to be the purple cow.
Yeah. What are you selling on that Facebook video? The fact that you're a real estate agent, that you have information on properties that they don't. And you're educating them. It's not, I'm just a real estate agent. I actually know numbers. I know stats that not everybody in the public knows. Not everybody in the public's aware of. To justify the point of why you're bringing this item as value.
Love it. Thank you.
Yeah. Good luck, man. What other questions?
Do you target for sale by owners, man?
Do we talk? No, I don't chase FSBOs. I mean, I would. I just don't have a good presentation. You know, I use the example of FSBOs often when I talk about the three, prospecting, presenting, and closing. What's the most important thing in the business?
Closing.
Presenting, the middle one. Although I don't want to give you the middle finger alone. The middle one. Because if you have a good presentation, you are excited and energetic to go prospect. And every good presentation has a natural close. And then I use FSBOs in that example. If you love your FSBO presentation, you're looking for them. But when we're in front of stage with agents and I ask, hey, has anybody ever driven by a FSBO and not stopped? You know what? People inevitably say, yep. Why? I didn't know what I was going to say. Right. So you're not prospecting.
It all depends on the house, whether I'm going to stop or not.
Okay.
You know, I mean, I hate to say it. I don't mind targeting FSBOs, and I don't mind targeting expireds.
Yep.
Matter of fact, I've got 3 expired listings, and we're doing an open house on one of them tomorrow, Saturday. That's a nice little house. I don't know. I don't know why it didn't sell the first time around, but we'll get it sold this time around.
Yeah.
Hey, next time you see a for sale by owner, pick the sign up and go knock on the door and say, "Hey, I see the help wanted sign here."
There you go.
Yes. And David, I'll question, how many of your listings in MLS did you win that way?
None. The guy got so pissed off that I.
So just be careful,
sign up.
Stephen, on advice.
No,
You're going to get advice in this industry from everybody. Just make sure you understand.
Well, I mean, if you're doing your listing package and stuff, what I'm thinking is why not? I mean, it's a for sale by owner. They're already wanting to sell their house. They're already wanting to do it.
Yeah,
you just go up there, knock on the door, and say, "Hey, I'm such and such. I noticed that you got your house for sale. Hey, I wanted to drop this off. If there's anything I can help you with, I'd be glad to. Give me a holler. Let me know." Hey, keep it short and simple. They may look at it and go, "Keep this and get out of here," or they may go, "You know what? I've been thinking about doing it."
Let me say you're absolutely right. That could work, but we're very conscious of the fact that that's not something that we do. So I don't want to advise on what wins.
Right. No, I understand, but I'm just.
But could it work? Absolutely. I mean, that's actually one of the magical pieces about this industry is there's a lot of stuff that you do that could work, that might work. And it's just a matter, can you repeat it and can you scale it?
Mm-hmm.
So let me ask about your CMA, Phil. So it's mostly
Carlos, no. You send me your CMA before Friday, and then I'm gonna give you all the time you need, man. I'm gonna give you half an hour. Call me on the phone, and I'm gonna talk to you about it. But I want to see something first. Put a little skin in the game.
Do you have your thing recorded from last week? Is it somewhere where I can go watch it?
No, last week we didn't have. What did you say? We didn't have one. We got lazy the last 2 weeks.
No, I meant when y'all talked about the CMA.
Oh yeah, the CMA one is on it's on SoundCloud. So we record these as podcasts. So you can go listen to our podcast. If you use an iPhone, you click on that purple podcast icon, search The Solution, a real estate podcast, and it should come up.
All right, cool. I'll go check it out. I want to see what y'all are talking about on the CMA part of it.
Nice. Yeah, the hard part about the podcast is you don't get the visuals, and so what inevitably happens. That's one of our that podcast is one of our most popular listened to ones. And the reason I know that is because I get emails from people that says, "Hey, I didn't get to see what you were showing. Will you show me what you were showing?"
Yeah.
And you know, Carlos, it's not the first time I said, "You show me yours, I'll show you mine." You know, that's because of the CMA conversation. I don't know where you guys were.
I'll get on it.
Cool. All right, guys. Happy Thursday. Thank you for coming.
Thanks, Phil.
Adios.
Thank you.